Roger begins our investigation with one of the movies Spielberg made for television. Back in 1972, it's called DUEL, and Spielberg was just 24 years old.
And even then, he'd already been making movies for 8 years, starting when he was in high school in Phoenix, Arizona. The very first shot in DUEL could almost serve as a symbol for Steven Spielberg's whole career. It begins with the screen pitch dark and mysterious, and then the camera pulls back, and we see that we're inside a car, inside a suburban garage next to a split-level home. That's one of Spielberg's basic approaches. Miraculous, astonishing, sensational, and sometimes very dangerous things happen to ordinary, everyday people, usually from America's suburbia. In DUEL, Dennis Weaver stars as a suburban salesman who makes the mistake of passing an oil tanker on the highway and gets into a deadly game of cat and mouse. The tanker driver seems determined to run him down and kill him. The whole movie is a variation on that scene, with Weaver growing more and more panicked as that implacable semi just keeps bearing down on him, and he's toying with him there. DUEL is classic filmmaking, a chase scene that's a whole movie long, and even this early film shows how good Spielberg is at making his chases work, because he understands at a gut level the exact relationship between the pursuer and the pursued, between their positions, their speed, and their motives. The other element there is the way that everyday, beaten-up things like that old oil truck take on an almost supernatural personality, and usually in his films, that's the case. Something from everyday life will have the magic in it.
Well, people are obviously going to link that with the shark in Jaws, which is described as an eating machine. This is a driving machine, a perfect driving and killing machine.
Coming up next, my video pick of the week, a better trouble on the highway picture than Breakdown, in my opinion, from the world's most successful filmmaker. I couldn't help but think of a better film on the same subject, danger lurking in wide-open highway spaces, and that's why Steven Spielberg's film DUEL is my video pick of the week. DUEL was made for television by Spielberg in 1971, and it's this picture that got him noticed and allowed him to graduate to theatrical features. It's the story of a threatening presence on an open road, an unseen truck driver who has it in for motorist Dennis Weaver. Film essentially is the art of montage of editing sequences together, and look how the intensity of this sequence is built. DUEL has been voted the best made-for-television movie ever made, and what Spielberg did here is the same sort of thing he would do again in Jaws. Take a familiar fear and exploit it for classic entertainment value. I do recommend renting DUEL over Breakdown. DUEL, my video pick of the week.